Hey, good to see you back. So this is the fourth video in support of the presentation mental health course, and I take that course at the university in Brisbane, but also it's available for free online in the members section of the webpage. But if you're looking at this, you already knew that. Now, I want to focus on the psychology according to Carl Jung. Now, Carl Jung, I believe, is a famous psychologist, psychotherapist, psychiatrist. He did have a really life-changing near-death experience, just so you know that as well. Carl Jung is usually known for the introduction of the concept of archetypes. But I want to look at his work on what is called shadow. Let me just, shadow work. So shadow work is a process of bringing hidden aspects of your psychological makeup into a conscious awareness. And why would you do that? Well, it fosters self-understanding and it promotes personal growth. And the two easy skills that I promote, we use in this course, are mind mapping, and first I want to look at journaling. Okay, so journaling meaning you regularly write down your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, and you create a private judgment-free space. So not about analyzing or judging yourself. If when your journals feelings of judgment come up, write them down, journal them, but leave it at that. And so you can explore your inner world and gain a deeper insight into yourself. So journaling works for a lot of things. Everyday stresses, working through emotional challenges, maybe you want to simply strive for greater self-understanding, doesn't matter. It really offers a consistent way to nurture your mental well-being, right? So it allows you also to process your emotions. It allows you to recognize patterns in your thinking, and in particular express what might otherwise remain unspoken. So venting can really be part of journaling. There's no right or wrong way to journal, but the most important thing is to begin and to keep showing up for yourself. In doing so, you're taking powerful steps forward towards supporting your mental health and deepening your connection with your true self. Because a lot of people say, I want to know this authentic self. I want to know who I truly are. And it's like, yourself is authentic. That's not the problem. But the part of your mind that goes like, I really want to know, that's the part of the mind that needs to shift to the side. So the more you want it with that part of your mind, the harder it gets, because you actually need to dislodge from this emotional, analytical, perceptional mind and shift back to your authentic self. Now, when you write things down, when you journal, you bypass that emotional, analytical, perceptional mind, or in a lot of literature, popular literature as well, it's called the ego. And the ego is a term that Sigmund Freud introduced. He basically says our egos are obsessed with sexual desires, and as we grow up we go through all these stages of sexual desire development and transformation. You love with your parent first, and then with your school teacher, and then girls and boys, and so forth and so forth. This is not about that. So that's a term, ego, and you've seen the pictures maybe. Sigmund Freud, What's on a Man's Mind? Anyway, Google it if you want to. But that's journaling. So very quickly, how to start journaling. Now, on the website there's a PDF you can download, so you don't have to take notes, and you can download it, read it online, print it if you want to. A lot of people like to print things out and then read it. Fine. So how to start? Well, it's easier than you think, I believe. So I've got a few simple steps, and these steps will create a sustainable journaling habit. So number one, choose your medium. And what I mean with that, well, you can use a notebook, maybe a digital app, or you can even take voice notes, even on your phone. There's a memo app there, and just speak into it. Whatever works. Number two, create a routine. So if you can set out a regular time, daily or weekly, for a reflection and for journaling, that will work best, because once it's a habit, you no longer have to be dependent on motivation. It's now a habit, right? You have to get up, you have to be at work at a certain time, you need to brush your teeth and shower and all that kind of stuff. It becomes habitual. It's part of the routine. So if you can build journaling into the routine, that will work best. It's important also to find a comfortable space. I think most people like a calm and quiet environment, because this will encourage openness and honesty. But I have seen people doing it best with some background noise, like people speaking like you would have in a coffee shop or a cafe, or some people play house music. That really just opens up the channels for journaling. So yeah, whatever works. Don't be critical. If it works for you, it works for you. Now write regularly. So habit. Even if it's just for a few minutes. Very important. 2 more steps. Let go of judgment. So don't censor yourself. It's a safe space. It's between you and you. No one is judging you. No one. No one. If there's judgment, it is coming from you. So you can choose again and stop it altogether. Now, last thing is be authentic. Because you want to know your authentic self, be authentic. Start practicing being completely honest. Write freely and truthfully. This is for you. If you really have feelings that you want to shoot someone, write it down. Don't censor it. If you really have feelings for another person rather than your husband or wife or life partner, write it down. You have to be honest. Right? And this is journaling. It's you getting things off your chest, out of your treasure chest where you hold all your memories. Open the lid. Let it come forward. The more you do it, the more you will become acceptable of you, of what is happening in your mind. Right? Why is that important? Well, imagine you're sitting on top of an elephant. You're this little person compared to the big elephant, and you think you make up the decisions, but that's not true. The big elephant, all the bits that are held unconscious, subconscious, right? Not in your everyday awareness, that's actually the driving part of your behavior and your actions and things that will happen to you. So if you don't look at it, you think it's fate. If you do look at it, you see, like, I can choose again and I can change the future by relieving and changing the past. I sound wise. Yeah, that sounded wise. Okay. The other thing is mind mapping. So what is mind mapping? Well, it's kind of a visual technique to help you organize your thoughts, explore ideas, make meaningful connections. All of those things can support and enhance your mental health. So what you do, you place a central topic or idea in the center of a page, and then visually branch out into related themes. So in the first 3 videos I was making mind maps, right? But it can also be related thoughts or subtopics, and these branches can continue to expand as you explore details or associations, new insights. It will help you to create a rich, interconnected web of, let's just say, insights. Yeah. So it's not note-taking. Mind mapping reflects more how your brain works naturally. Yeah, how your brain works naturally. And through these relationships, associations, and maybe not linear connections, it makes it especially valuable to become mentally clear. And also, you can start seeing some kind of emotional organization. So a lot of it are out on clarity, because once we become clear, we actually get new meaning and purpose. And meaning and purpose are the same thing. And a lot of us say, well, what's my purpose in life? I don't know. Why am I here? Can't discern any meaning. There's no reason for me to be here. But once you do this, you actually see it's like, oh, no, actually, I have a job of governing all of these experiences that I have, that I had, that I look forward to having. And now you can see it's all about experience. It's all about, what am I experiencing? How do I process these things? Can I learn from it, whether it's good or bad? Are there things that I need to get out of my system that I really want to experience? Okay, so now you can see it's like your bodily life situation, living life through this brain body creates experiences. That's what it is for. Now, the complexity around that is not something that should be managed by the tool that provides you with the experience. Although we'll want to do that. Like we have artificial intelligence now. It just says, well, what do you want me to do? You say, well, I want an email. Oh, it gives you an email. And then you go like, I want a better email. It needs to be to this audience. It will rewrite the email for you. It will just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. It has no idea if the email is any good or not. It just wants to keep blurting things out to you depending on what you ask it to do. So your analytical perception of mind is the same thing. If you can give it assignment, it loves nothing more than to come back. It's like, okay. These are your options. But you need to govern it and you need to program it, right? You need to remove emotional blocks, limiting beliefs, bad past experiences, because they no longer should be driving you. Get it? So, how to use mind mapping? Well, start with the central theme. Choose a focus, place it at the center of your page. Create your first main branches. Just draw lines extending from the center, and it can represent main categories, if you want to call them that, related to your theme. So it could be physical signs, emotional responses, coping strategies, support systems, whatever. And then you start adding sub-branches. Expand each category by adding more details, associations, related thoughts. Remember, there is no right or wrong. Just follow your mental flow. Now you can use color, you can use images, you can highlight different areas, color code it, put symbols in the drawings. It just enhances memory and adds emotional resonance to your map. And then once you're done, you reflect and you revisit. Right? Step back, look at the whole picture you just made. You can use it as a reference point in journaling, planning the next steps in your self-care. So, mind mapping is more than just an organizational technique. It's a creative and therapeutic process that strengthens your mental health. Thanks.